Hey there, so fancy seeing me on your subscription feed. I feel like I have been so absent from YouTube, but one of these days I'll be back. But today I just so happen to have some time to sit down and do my makeup and just have fun doing my makeup, and so I wanted to sit down and do a video talking about all the new makeup releases because there's so many things that have been coming out. I'm so curious, I'm so out of touch I feel like when it comes to makeup, so we're gonna sit down today, and thank goodness I also got some new brushes. I was sent the What's Up Beauty new brushes that they are coming out with in PR, so these were all sent to me, and then I also bought the Singe Beauty Angelica Niquis. It just came out with this brand, and I bought a set of them, so I have new brushes, which is great because when I say all my brushes are dirty, I mean all of my brushes are dirty. Like, I literally have 5 brushes to work with now. So thank goodness I have some new ones because goodness knows I don't have time to wash my brushes. So we're going to use those new brushes, talk about new makeup releases, and yeah, just chit chat about makeup and have some fun. I'm going to be using the Beals Cosmetics Fruity Realms palette. You're probably going to see this fairly soon on my channel because I do have a pre-recorded video that I've been needing to edit for like a month, but knowing that I'm going to get this video out quickly because it is a new makeups release, I want to go ahead and use this again just because I've been wanting to get my thoughts on it out. It's a really great palette, and we're just going to give it 2 features on this channel and that'll be just fine. But yeah, we're going to use this, and then for the shimmer I'll probably use, or maybe I'll do all matte today. I don't know. If I use shimmers, it'll be the single shimmers from Odin's Eye, just FYI. So with that said, let's hop right into it and get some makeup on my face before the children or the dogs or the cats or anybody needs me. I should have mentioned this already, but if you hear any like wailing in the background, that sounds terrible, but if you hear any weird noises in the background, it's probably just the cats. I don't think my microphone will pick it up because it does a pretty good job just capturing my voice, but if you hear random wailing or howling or anything like that, it's our cats. I had to do their flea and tick treatment on the back of their neck, and I have to keep them separated because I don't want them licking each other. They're never happy when they have to be separated or put in a room for a bit, but they're comfortable, they're just complaining. So anyway, let's go ahead and dive into Singe Beauty. Obviously, this is a win for me. I was so excited when I saw Angelica come out with this, and let's just talk about like how she came out with brushes that have so many tiny detail brushes that you can get in a set. I was so excited and feeling them. Like, of course, it's the first time I've ever used them. Obviously, they're clean. They feel very soft, though. I'm excited to see how these will hold up, and I'm excited to see that the biggest fluffy blending brush that she has. Oh, wait, all my dirty brushes are over there, so I don't have any close, but it's about the size of the small blending brush that I always love from Singe Beauty, because most of Singe Beauty's and a lot of, I feel like, blending brushes can be just too big, but this is a lovely size. It's not too big, and then there's even smaller one, a nice packer brush, 2 nice packer brushes for the outer corner. I'm excited. So obviously this was an instant win. I think it was around $50. I forget how much shipping was, but nice quality. I'm excited to see how it holds up. This was obviously, when we're talking about will I buy it, yes, I bought it, and let's go ahead and just use it. I'm going to dive into the darkest shade in here, which is Concord Grapes, that green. I'll probably do mostly a green look today because I haven't been able to do makeup or play with makeup in a long time, but do my makeup since Tuesday and it's Friday now. I want to just do a look that I will enjoy, and you guys know green. I love a good green look. So I'm just going to embrace it, and let's go in with the E01 brush, and let's go into Concord Grapes. Like I said, this is a really cool color that can kind of lean green or blue, and there's blue and green in there, so depending on what you put with it, it'll lean really nicely whichever way you want it to go. I'm gonna go to makeup release radar, or makeup on my radar, because once again she got her account shut down. I feel so bad for her having such a hard time. I'm pretty sure I missed it until I saw her announce it on her private page, but thankfully I caught it and I'm following it now. I'm just gonna go down and see what catches my eye because again I'm so out of touch. Let's see, Martine Cosmetics is sneaking the Extreme Opulence collection, dropping in 6 days. There's really no information about it, but it looks very pretty, but I have a feeling it'll be very neutral. I mean, I would love to be proven wrong. We shall see, but it looks gorgeous just from all the gold. I'm wondering if it's just a really nice kind of a warm tone neutral palette. Don't know though, but we shall see. That was just the first thing that caught my eye. What else? Quicksand Cosmetics. I don't know this brand at all, so it didn't catch my eye too much except for the shifty shadows. Those are pretty. The Fine Alchemy collection. That's pretty. Available now. They're pretty, but you guys know I'm not super into single shadows, so while it did catch my eye as being pretty, I don't know the brand. You have to tell me if you've heard of the brand or used them before, and I have enough singles right now. I'm trying to say no to stuff. Let's talk about, ooh, this caught my eye. Trixie Cosmetics is introducing the Extravaganza I hope I said that right, but this has just caught my eye because of how pretty it is. There's lots of green, not a whole lot of deep dark colors. When I really look at it, I bet you could mix and match some of those together to kind of make it be a little bit brighter, but it definitely caught my eyes just being colorful. Let me go ahead and pull out the What's Up Beauty. They also launched new brushes. They're expanding to their line. I have their previous collection that they came out with. If you've never seen, it comes in a little, you know, standard tube, but then when you bring it out, it's got a like styrofoam encasing over it to really protect it. Definitely feels extra. I've owned their brushes ever since they first launched them last year, the year before that. They hold up very well. Like, I've washed them so many times, used them so many times. They do stain after a while. I wish I had a clean brush to show you what it looks like stained, but they're all dirty. It does stain a little bit after a while, but they still feel nice and soft. And they, you know, when you use them, and they still, like, no, I've never had any issues with the bristles coming out, ferrules, or anything. So definitely a brand I recommend when it comes to their, oh, I opened this upside down. When it comes to their eyeshadow brushes, absolutely. A bit more of the expensive brushes. I think you can get them in sets, but they also sell them as singles. So if you prefer that, that's awesome. And they're another brand that one of the reasons why they're always dirty in my collection is because they got the tiny detail brushes, which you guys know I love. So here they are. They're shorter than the standard. I feel like Angelica's brush is pretty standard, and they're about that short. They remind me of like Sonia G level, but like, look at all these tiny, like, skinny. I love these really flat type of packer brushes for the outer corner, but it still has a nice taper for blending. Really nice tiny blending brush. Okay, we're gonna use this one right now just to use something, but oh, I really do like their quality of their brushes. So this is the R108 brush, and I'm gonna dive into Queen's Pass? I don't know, this one right there. Okay, moving on. I'm not planning to buy that Trixie Cosmetics one, but it definitely did catch my eye. I feel like I probably won't be buying too much unless I absolutely just can't not get it, just because I'm so behind on, I have, I think, 12 or 15 palettes that I need to like do my review of, and then yes, even more down there waiting to be actually tried out. Ooh, e.l.f. Cosmetics Halo Glow Beauty Wand. Okay, so like that famous who is it? Oh, I'm gonna blank. Charlotte Tilbury type of liquid highlighter. That's pretty. I like that e.l.f. does it. I have been itching to try e.l.f. lately. I had to run into Target with the kids, and I went down the makeup aisle, and I saw a lot of e.l.f. products. Can I speak? No, not much these days. But I saw a lot of e.l.f. products that I was like, ooh, that looks interesting. And I've been just noticing them on my feed of just launching things that I'm very intrigued about. So kind of tempted to try some stuff. Not necessarily this, but I don't know. I don't think I'd be mad to try, especially nowadays, especially when it comes to doing my makeup. I'll do something fun, but more simple and quick on my eyes, and then my face, I'm just trying to get it done as fast as possible. So I've really been doing a lot of little concealer under the eyes, contour, cream contour, and then just blend that in and set my face with a type of loose powder, sometimes a foundation, sometimes it's just a powder, and like that's it. So if I could add a little bit of highlight to my cheekbones, that would probably be good. You know, a nice little addition to bring some life there. Let's see, I want to go in with, I think I'm going to go in with this tiny brush. This is the E05, and we're going to go into Kiwi and do that on the inner half. I'm just going to keep on scrolling. Let's see what else I got. Wicked Widow Beauty. Oh yeah, she launched something new. She did a little palette, what is this, 8-pan palette called Tea Time eyeshadow palette. 8 shades, 4 mattes, 2 shimmers, 2 duochromes. It's already available. That's a cute little kind of Alice in Wonderland inspired type of palette. Super, super cute. I'm also realizing as I'm doing this look that I'm like, oh, probably a lot of people have done just all the greens in this palette. So I'm sorry if this is a very boring look because you've seen it a bunch. But oh my goodness, I love this brush because it's a nice blending brush, but it's still detailed and very small, so it doesn't get too overpowering in here. I like that. That was so quick also to blend out. Very nice. This is a really cute palette. I'm not planning to pick it up though. Again, I'm just kind of overwhelmed. While I do like that there's a dark and light, there's also dark shimmer, which I don't know, I don't tend to love, especially in a smaller palette. I'd rather have lighter shimmers, but it's still a cute palette. I'm just not, I don't know. It's just easy for me to say no to, so I'm saying no to and trying to focus whenever I can return to doing videos more regularly and getting reviews out. Just return to catch-up mode unless it's something absolutely irresistible. And I don't know. I'm able to say no, so we're gonna say no and keep it moving. All right, I'm gonna go into this. This is a really fat brush when it comes to What's Up Beauty R109, but it's still small and detailed. So I wanna take a little bit of the yellow, it's bananas, and I'm gonna put it on the outer edge just to see. I feel like it might be a little too dense because it's a pretty dense brush. Oh, I guess I could go into the largest. I thought this was the largest. I did not grab the largest. I'm all over the place. Singe Beauty, this is the largest blending brush. I'm just gonna try this just to try it out. If it's too dense, I'll switch to this one. Let me see what else there is. I hope you guys don't mind the chaoticness of this. Oh, it looks like Makeup Revolution launched some new palettes. Per usual, the green one is very pretty, but as far as like getting it, I don't think so. It's a little too dense, so I'm gonna switch to the E03 and just really, I want to make it really nice and light out here, just like that. So yeah, nice color stories. I think overall, like not too intense. There's a lot of neutrals within each of the palettes, but still pops of color that I think is really pretty, but an easy pass for me. Ooh, GlamShop released kind of like a brown green palette. What's it called? Glambox Nice Herb Eyeshadow Palette. That's pretty. I think I still have the green eyeshadow palette from GlamShop to try. I tried the yellow one and I did like it. What else did I try? I tried some of their brushes that I really liked and some of their single shadows that are also really nice. I just have not tried that green one. I don't think, unless I did and I just, can't remember because that's me most days. But this is really pretty. I like that. And I like the shimmers, that there's a lot of light ones. One's a little, one or two are a little deep, but they still have a little bit, like the one that's deepest I feel like isn't too shiny, so you could definitely use that on the outer corner type of shadow to deepen it up without it being, I don't know, I guess I don't like a lot of shine in my way outer corner. But it doesn't look like it has too much, so I like that about it. But yeah, really pretty. I don't think I'll be picking up, but let me know if you do. You guys, with all of these, I always love to hear if you guys plan to pick any up because I'm always just curious. I'm gonna go back into that Queen Pass, I don't know, the second darkest green, and I'm just gonna touch up a wee bit. Look how beautifully these are blending. Hopefully the camera's doing it justice because I'm very happy with the way they blend together. They're not super like thick of a consistency or like the texture and the way they go on the skin. They can be a little, like if I'm really nitpicking, it's a little sheerish but still pigmented, if that makes sense. Like the feeling and the look of it, it's a little see-through, that's the word. You can kind of see my skin underneath, but it has a lot of nice pigmentation to it and the ease of blending is beautiful, so I'm really happy with all that. Unearthly Cosmetics, oh, they released low light highlighter singles. They're already available from 32 to 15. I don't know why one is just 15. Maybe it's not duochrome. That's my guess, just because duochrome and multichrome tend to be more expensive. But that's pretty, and I feel like they Unearthly's come out with a decent amount in my absence since I've been away. So that's cool. You have to let me know if you bought anything from Unearthly Cosmetics recently. I haven't bought much from them, but anytime I have tried something. Is it only one thing? Here I am talking like I've tried a few. Maybe it's only one palette. But I was really impressed with that palette. And I've always heard good things about Unearthly Cosmetics. Okay, so I think that's about it. I'm going to take a little bit more time while I grab something else just to do the outer edges, like right in here. So let's see. While I blend. Kylie Cosmetics came out with a mascara. Okay. Oh, also lipsticks. Okay. Oh wait, I went into the green one. Oh yeah, I'm all over the place. Haven't they always had lipsticks? Is that something new or are they just reformulating their lipsticks? She came out with lipsticks like originally. The wands look interesting and different. I'll give them that, but I don't know. Not interested. Oh, Colourpop came out with your new BFF. Our permanent cream gel liner lineup just got a makeover, including new and fan favorite shades. Did they waterproof? Now waterproof. Ooh, I'm tempted. Because my biggest, issue with the liners is that they are gone out of your eyes within an hour. Like literally just, like they ran away. Per usual, I don't know what to use when it comes to the shimmer on my eye. Let's try Isabella. This shade. It's definitely got a shift to it, and it's got some green flecks in it, so I feel like that'll look neat. Maybe it won't, but let's try that. I'm going to put on some glitter primer per usual. I'm using the Fruity Realm palette, and actually, Beals Cosmetics came out with, looks like water activated liners to go along with the collection. I totally missed this. I feel so bad. But I can tell you the palette, my experience with the palette, I'm really impressed. Oh yeah, I'm going into R110 with the What's Up Beauty brushes. This is more of what I would personally use for outer corner packing on and blending, but they don't have a very super flat brush. Oh, I guess it had this one, but like that would have taken me a long time. I'll use that on my inner corner. Anyway, I think this will be fine. Oh, so pretty. This is the Odin's Eye Isabel single shadow from the Jewel collection, FY. But anyway, those water activated liners look really, really pretty. I don't have them for any experience, but I do like a good water activated liner. What else we got? Elsewear Cosmetics Manganata. I'm sure I butchered that. Elsewear Cosmetics. That's pretty. That makes me think of like, what was that? The extra spicy palette from Give Me Glow and those type of, what was it, 2 years ago that was like, or maybe it was 3 years ago when Levi was born. I think that's when all the red tone, warm tone, hot, spicy type of palettes were popular. That's what it reminds me of. I definitely like that type of look. But I haven't tried the brand before, or have I heard of it? Elsewear Cosmetics. I don't think so. You have to let me know if you've tried the brand or if you've heard people talking about the brand. I'd be curious to know if I'm just forgetting it at the moment or not. But definitely it looks like a cool color story. Oh yeah, DandyLions Co is a brand that I've tried some of their mattes from. I don't think he has any official type of palettes. I think he does all singles and then he sells them as bundles, maybe in a finished palette now. But anyway, I tried his all matte and I think I bought a few singles and I was really impressed with the formula for sure. And these pastels look fantastic, and if they are as good quality as what I remember him having, I think I tried it in 2019 or 2020, I can't even remember. But it was around when I had Levi. I was really, really impressed and pleased with the quality of them. They were super soft and insanely pigmented, so they were almost like the Menagerie Cosmetics before they kind of reformulated, like their Whale Song palette, if you're familiar with that. It was kind of that level of intensity and softness when it came to the shadows. But I like that, so I was super pleased. But if you don't like that type of thing, I figured just to FYI you. And I don't know with his pastels if that would be different, because the single mattes that I tried were all dark and like grungy, kind of like the Whale Song. But I was really pleased with the quality for sure when it came to his eyeshadows. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go back into the second lightest green, the word I can't pronounce, my apologies. And I'm going to take it, ooh, too pigmented. I did not want it that intense. But I like to go and just tap over this edge with a bit of a lighter color to give dimension on the outer corner where it all matches, because I probably won't, I'm not gonna do a liner today just because I don't have time. Story of my life. I actually think this is so intense. I think I might go in with Kiwi, which is the lightest green. Let's see if that gives me, yeah, I just like it to get a little bit softer. Okay, the eyes are pretty much done. You guys know I like to do a little back and forth. But I think that's pretty much done, and I'm just going to do the same type of colors for the mattes in my lower lash line. Oh, sorry, gotta reposition. I didn't really say, but I'm not planning to get the Menagerie, the DandyLions Co. Singles, but they look really pretty. And I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure they're good quality. You have to let me know if anyone, if you tried them or someone you know on YouTube especially, or Instagram or whatever, has tried them. I'd love to like check out their video and see how they enjoyed them and how they liked them, because it's been a while since I've tried DandyLions Co. So I'd like to see, I'm sure he's improving. I feel like he had a really solid formula before, so it's been a few years. I'm curious to know how his formula still is. Let's go SUVA Beauty's Split Liners. They're a Hydra FX UV Festival Cake Makeup Palette. They're pretty. One's like a shimmer and one's a matte, I guess. That looks pretty. I still have right here in front of me this SUVA Beauty liner that I got in a subscription box that I need to try. So no, I'm not getting any more, but I have heard good things about SUVA Beauty. Like, I've heard people rave about SUVA Beauty, and I've heard people say they're terrible. So I have no idea where I lie in that, but hopefully it's good. It looks nice. It looks promising. You have to let me know if you've tried them. I'm literally gonna have to buy another tube of this soon. I just know it because I've been using it. This is called the Maybelline Superstay Activewear. I've been using this concealer almost exclusively, like for the last, I feel like even more than the month I've been off, but definitely when I've been off and don't have time to do YouTube, this is what I've been using. I'm just kind of scrolling till I find something interesting, something that jumps out at me. Oh yeah, where was that? Beals Beauty Bar came out with this new palette. I don't know the name of it, but it's huge and it's like a giant rainbow pastel, which is, you know, great for this time of year with the spring and whatnot. But oh my goodness, it's massive. It's massive, and I am ashamed to say that I haven't even had time to watch the videos of it, but I feel like on Instagram when it was launched, a lot of people who I know got it and did videos with it were, you know, promoting it when it launched and sharing their code and stuff, which I feel like usually means they really liked it. And I've heard great things about the formula. I feel like the mattes, I think they've said it are fine overall, but the shimmers is where it stands out and it's beautiful. So man, I really went to town on that. I think I did a little too much concealer. I don't usually use that much. I was talking, my bad. But anyway, the palette looks beautiful, and I like that it's like very pastel focused, you know, bright for the spring and whatnot, but it's just way too big, especially for my life right now. Way too big. I didn't even think about buying it, honestly. I looked at it and I was like, oh, that's pretty, but it wasn't for one moment of like, should I get it or not? I was like, yeah, no. Yeah, no. I haven't bought makeup since, when was the last makeup? Well, I guess I bought Singe Beauty, but I don't know. Part of me doesn't count that because it's like, it's not a palette. But as far as a palette, I can't remember the last time I bought a palette. The last palette I received in PR was the Nomad European Royal Europe palette. Oh, that palette's so beautiful. I think I've done like 6-7 looks with it and absolutely loved all of them. But and then before that, yeah, I don't think no, up here what I gotta go through and share reviews is the Oden's Eye collabs. The last palette from Nomad that I haven't even had a chance to do a review video, like my Palette-Palooza review. Oh yeah, the Simply Posh Cosmetics, which they're starting to tease their next palette, and I haven't even done my official review, my Palette-Palooza review for their Berries palette, which is also a fantastic palette. I just got so many palettes I need to go through, but it's been a while, so why am I going on a rant about that? I don't know. Oh well, when in doubt and confused like I am, let's just keep scrolling. What else? I'm gonna go over to Motivate the Earth. She's also shares new makeup releases. That's it. Okay, I knew I was missing something. Motivate the Earth shared Geologie Cosmetics. They launched, and I think it's available now, their WheatBelt palette. This palette is very pretty. I don't love that the deepest shade is a blue shimmer. I would have much preferred that just to have been a matte. But I mean, I guess there's also a darker green, but I don't know. I don't love that it's shimmer for the darkest shades, but besides that, like the variety of shadows in there, the color story is just like, oh, so pretty for kind of summertime vibes. I think it's gorgeous and definitely very pretty. I'm curious to see people start to review it and share about like the quality of it, because some of the shades definitely look a little light, like the yellows, and I'm very picky when it comes to yellows. I'll be curious to see what people think about it, but this one, if I was buying a palette right now, I would definitely pick this one up because that's how much it excites me and how much I think I'm gonna like that color story. And yeah, I just think it looks phenomenal. I'm gonna go in with the Milani Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Powder for all over my face, because that's what I've been doing lately. Oh yeah, Glaminatrix Cosmetics sneaked their next palette. What's it called? Into the Night. Oh my goodness, this looks very pretty. It looks a touch almost like repetitive was what I was thinking when I saw it. I was like, I feel like that stuff, like the vibe is what I've seen from the brand already. I just inhaled the powder. Come on, Katie, just stop talking for a minute. Anyway, I was saying before I was dying, I feel like the vibe of it definitely feels like Glaminatrix, like I've seen it before, but it definitely has different colors and different take on it for sure. Not to say that they're, you know, they've launched this palette or they've done this palette before, but it just felt a little bit like, okay, that looks like, definitely looks like what Glaminatrix has launched or likes to launch. But I still think it's pretty, not to dog on it at all. It's got gorgeous greens, it's got a hot pink, it's got jaw-dropping shimmers like usual when it comes to Glaminatrix Cosmetics, so I don't doubt it'll be beautiful. I'm not planning to pick it up just because they are more expensive. The shipping is really expensive, and I'm swamped, so I'm not planning to pick it up. I'm going to use this teeny tiny R112 brush, like it's so tiny. I'm going to use this to line my eye, my upper eye, with the green instead of using a liner. And I'm going to do this off camera because I know it'll take me too long. Okay, not too terribly long, but I mean, I don't even know if you could see it, but I just wanted a little bit. Oh yes, Bunny Cosmetics is launching lip oils, I believe, or lip glosses at the very least. Lip oils, which I love a good lip oil over a lip gloss, so that definitely excites me. And also blush palettes, which I think look beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I'm gonna go in with this little brush, R107 on, I'm gonna do that green I can't pronounce. I'm going to blend it down in here. But they look really pretty, both of them do. I forgot to like move over, so I'm sure editing Katie's gonna have a time of her life trying to fit the pictures in. My apologies. I'm a little rusty here. Anyway, they look really pretty, both of them. I like that she did a really like soft cheek palette and then a lot brighter cheek palette, and even I feel like the colors, while some of them are, you know, close together and whatnot, I feel like for the most part, they're, besides like two of the pinks, I feel like, it's kind of close. But for the most part, there's a lot of variety there between the colors, which I always like to see, because if they're all super close, it's kind of like, why don't I just get a single instead of getting a big palette? But if you were, not a lip girl, if you were a cheek blush girl, I could definitely see you getting super excited about this. I'm just going to take Kiwi on the E05 from Singe, which is just so beautiful, both the color and the brush. I'm really happy with. But yeah, I think they're really pretty. I'm not planning to pick it up just because I'm not a blush person. I could see me getting a lip oil in the future if I kind of just wanted to try. I'm gonna take a little bit of the yellow to try it, you know, throw it in my order type of thing, because I do like a lip oil. I like lip oils more than lip glosses just because maybe it's all in my head and it's all placebo, but I feel like, hey, a lip oil, at least it's like doing something really nurturing for my lips while it's on. Oh yeah, Melt Cosmetics sneaked, I don't even know if it's already out or whatnot, but they definitely showed what their next palette is gonna be. And I was like, I definitely liked what I liked what the packaging looked like. But as far as what was inside the palette, I was kind of like, pass. I'm gonna take this from Kylie Cosmetics Limelight. It's like a multi-chrome liner. I'm just gonna stick this in here. But yeah, I saw it and I was very underwhelmed. It just looked like something they've done many times before. So while I think it looks fine, I don't know, it didn't excite me. And the cover, absolutely, like the packaging for it, all that lime greenness, absolutely excited me more than the inside. So you have to let me know what you guys thought about this release. But I feel like it's been a while since they've launched anything, and when I saw that I was like, oh, really? That's it? Okay. So saves my wallet, not a bad thing, but definitely just didn't excite me. I'm doing this Milani. It's the tubing formula, which I absolutely like. It's a little tough, I would say, for the first, I guess not daily using it, so maybe for the first week if you use it every day, just because it's very wet, so I got a little frustrated when it was super wet. But once it kind of dries out like now, I really do enjoy it. So I'm not going to talk while I put this on because it takes way too long. So let me put this on and we'll go over like one more before we close the video. Okay, so for my highlighter, I'm going to use a Pina Colada, and I'm just going to use that for my inner corner highlight as well. Oh yeah, I forgot Colourpop recently came out with something that I was actually into. It's the Legend of Kora, and everyone was saying it, so I'm not saying anything that you haven't heard before, but I was like, well done, Colourpop. I obviously didn't run out and buy it just because it didn't, you know, impress me so much that I was like, oh my goodness, I can't do without this palette, or like that color story, or I just need to create some looks with it. I was still able to say no, and I feel like I don't pick up Colourpop launches as is typically, so it was overall just easy for me to say, very pretty, but I don't need it. But you have to let me know, did you like the color story? I feel like it was just a breath of fresh air because it was just different. Like, yes, there was still neutrals in there, but I was actually like impressed that while there were neutrals in there, like they weren't overwhelming browns, you know? It was kind of neutral toned, but it wasn't boring browns. It was kind of like different takes on neutrals, like the dark, you know, that more orangey. I mean, again, this is going off of the promos, so maybe it looks a little bit more neutral in person, but they had other colors there to pop with the more neutral, safe colors in there. And overall, I was just like, wow, that is actually really pretty. And if I don't know, if I was like super into makeup, all caught up and was wanting to try something new, and it's been forever since I've tried Colourpop, I could have seen me picking this up and giving it a try because it was kind of inspiring. It's like a different type of color story than I feel like I would be drawn to. So it's one of those palettes where I was curious to see what type of looks I would do with it. So you have to let me know if you picked it up or if you've just, you know, been watching all the looks done with it like I did when it came out. What'd you think of it? I thought it was nice. Nice and refreshing not to see like 3 or 4 browns in a palette, so I thought that was nice. Alright, so I think that's gonna do it. I don't have any more saved. I know I'm missing someone who did a collab with a brand, but I obviously didn't save it because I couldn't find it, and maybe it was just a fever dream. But anyway, that is gonna do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I kind of like how I got a little on the lower lash line here, so I'm actually gonna do that with this side just so the shiftiness stands out. I think that's really pretty. These Kaleidos, I wish I was more creative with my makeup because they're absolutely stunning. And they're like super pigmented, because I feel like a lot of times when the brands were coming out with this, when I saw people use it, it's like you couldn't really see it at all. But like this shift is super strong. My eyes watering a teeny bit. It's like, what is this makeup? But anyway, that is gonna do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed kind of hearing my thoughts on new makeup releases. Again, I still don't know when I'm gonna come back to YouTube with any kind of regularity. I hope to do a update. I'll go ahead and put over here. This is a picture of my puppy. Someone asked last time if they could see him. I might put him in a video, but typically when I get a chance to film, he's in his crate right in the next room taking a nap. That's how I'm able to sit down. Everyone's nap synced up today, which it does not happen often. But anyway, and he is a Doberman, so he's getting big. He was 20 pounds like 2 weeks ago, so he's got to be like 25 pounds. He's heavy, big, and he's a puppy and he's excited, so I'm kind of scared to bring him in here, but maybe I will one day. But for now, there's a picture of him, and his name is Zorro. But yeah, he came into our life, and I've never had, well, I shouldn't say I never had a dog, because we did a seeing eye dog, and you know, you raise it for the first year before it was time to go to school to learn to, you know, help someone walk around and stuff like that. So we did seeing eye dog for 1 year when I was like 8 or so. And then we also had we got another puppy when we were, gosh, probably 10 or so, that was more of an outdoor hound dog. And so I've done the puppy stage before, but obviously I wasn't super involved because puppy, oh my goodness, I was not prepared for how intense it is. So anyway, that's why I've been absent, because 4 kids, one of them 6-month-old who still needs me a lot, and then now having a puppy who still needs me a lot. It's been a lot. So anyway, with that said, that's gonna do it for me. I'll keep this outro short and sweet. As always, I love to hear your guys' thoughts down below, especially when it comes to the new releases. Let me know what you're eyeing. Let me know what you're getting. Let me know what you're excited for, because I was excited for some of these launches. Even though I'm not getting them, I still think they're cool launches and whatnot. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and I will see you in my next video. I have no idea when, but I will see you in that video. Bye, guys.